Canadian literature is like a vibrant tapestry. It weaves together many stories. These stories come from different cultures and times, from the ancient tales of Indigenous peoples to the works of modern-day authors. Canadian literature reflects a land of vast landscapes and diverse voices. It explores universal themes of love, loss, identity, and belonging. Canadian literature is unique because of its history and geography. It reflects the country's colonial past and its relationship with Indigenous peoples. The vastness of Canada, with its towering mountains and icy tundra, also plays a crucial role in shaping the literary landscape. This essay will delve into the rich history of Canadian literature. We will explore its key periods and movements, from early Indigenous storytelling to contemporary works. We will also discuss prominent figures like Margaret Atwood and Michael Ondaatje, and how their writing reflects the evolving Canadian identity. By understanding its past, we can better appreciate the present and future of this dynamic and evolving literary tradition. Long before the arrival of Europeans, Indigenous peoples were sharing stories. These stories were passed down orally from generation to generation. They spoke of creation myths, heroic figures, and the natural world. These stories are an essential part of Canadian literature. With the arrival of European explorers and settlers in the 16th century, a new chapter began in Canadian literature. Early colonial writings often focused on exploration, settlement, and the relationship between Europeans and Indigenous peoples. These writings provide valuable insights into the challenges and triumphs of early Canadian life. Samuel de Champlain, known for founding Quebec City, was also one of the first colonial writers. His journals documented his voyages and interactions with Indigenous peoples. These writings offer a glimpse into the early encounters between different cultures. However, it is important to acknowledge that colonial literature often presented a Eurocentric perspective. It often marginalized or misrepresented Indigenous voices and experiences. Recognizing this bias is crucial to understanding the complexities of early Canadian literature. The 19th century saw the emergence of a distinct Canadian literary identity. Writers began to move away from purely colonial themes. They started to explore uniquely Canadian experiences. Susanna Moody's Roughing It in the Bush offered a realistic portrayal of pioneer life in the Canadian wilderness. Ellen Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables captured the hearts of readers with its charming story of an orphan girl on Prince Edward Island. The early 20th century saw the rise of modernist literature. Canadian writers engaged with global literary trends while exploring themes of identity, alienation, and the search for meaning in a rapidly changing world. Stephen Leacock, known for his humorous sketches, provided a satirical commentary on Canadian society. His works offered a glimpse into the changing social and cultural landscape of the early 20th century. The World Wars had a profound impact on Canadian literature. Writers grappled with the horrors of war and its lasting effects on individuals and society. This period also saw a growing awareness of social issues, with writers addressing themes of class, gender, and inequality. Section 4. Literary luminaries shaping the Canadian narrative. Canadian literature boasts a constellation of talented writers who have made significant contributions to the literary world. Margaret Atwood, a prolific novelist, poet, and essayist, is perhaps one of the most recognizable figures in Canadian literature. Atwood's dystopian novels, such as The Handmaid's Tale and Oryx and Crake, explore themes of gender, power, and environmental destruction. Her works have garnered international acclaim and sparked important conversations about social and political issues. Michael Ondaatje, a Sri Lankan-born Canadian writer, is celebrated for his lyrical prose and exploration of themes of memory, history, and identity. His Booker Prize-winning novel, The English Patient, weaves a captivating tale of love, loss, and the complexities of human connection against the backdrop of World War II. Alice Munro, a master of the short story, has been hailed as the Chekhov of our time. Her exquisitely crafted stories delve into the lives of ordinary people, often exploring themes of love, loss, memory, and the passage of time. These are just a few of the many remarkable writers who have shaped the landscape of Canadian literature. Their diverse voices, unique perspectives, and exceptional storytelling abilities have earned them both national and international recognition. Section 5. Thematic threads exploring identity, nature, and society. Certain themes resonate throughout Canadian literature, reflecting the country's history, geography, and cultural values. One of the most prominent themes is the search for identity. Canadian writers often explore the complexities of individual and national identity. They grapple with questions of belonging, heritage, and what it means to be Canadian in a multicultural and ever-changing world. The vastness and beauty of the Canadian landscape have also played a significant role in shaping the country's literature. From the rugged coastlines of the Atlantic provinces to the towering mountains of the West, nature serves as both a backdrop and a powerful force in many Canadian works. Canadian literature also engages with social and political issues. Writers often address themes of class, gender, race, and the environment, reflecting the country's commitment to social justice and equality. These thematic threads weave their way through Canadian literature, connecting writers across generations and genres. They provide insights into the Canadian psyche and offer a window into the country's evolving social and cultural landscape.